Hello. Oh, I have to be careful how I say that. Bailey looked at me as if I was calling him. So I have to be really careful. I just let them out, so hopefully we should be okay. And I am, as you can see, myself today. What you see is what you get. My leg is tingling tonight. I wonder if the weather's going to be changing again. It's been doing a lot better. I mean, it's always in pain, but it was pain that I could really manage with, actually. Hi, Myra. Oh, were you? Yeah, I really needed to get that one done. I also want to try to get the other video done that a few of them had done about the trying to recreate a 40s look. So finding a photo of myself in the 40s, in my 40s, and try to recreate that look. Should be easy, actually, because I didn't do a whole heck of a lot of makeup then, and it certainly was nothing any too special at that point. But if I can find a photo that I think will work, I'll give it a shot. I definitely will do that. So we'll see how that plays out. I was working so hard on the design stuff today that, hours go by when I'm involved with that, because one thing leads to another, leads to another, leads to another. You know how that goes. So I really didn't get a whole lot accomplished in the house. Hi, how are you? I managed to get one room done-ish. When I say done, these days done is not what I would think of typically as done. But there are a lot of things I can't reach, so I can only do what I can do. But I'm grateful for every little bit of it. Hi, Susan. An update on the Meals on Wheels. I had my second meal today, and we are 1 for 2 because today's was horrible. Yeah, I guess you could say I'm creative, Myra. I certainly have a creative bent. Hi, sis. I really love the process of creation. I really do. It's like giving birth to an idea, and there is excitement for me in that kind of a thing. There really is, but boy, is it time consuming. It really is. It is, Rita. It really is. The problem is reality lurks right around the corner, so I have to be careful that I temper it with reality. I was thinking of you, Ange, and wondering if you were going to be among the sleepwalkers tonight so that you could join us. I'm glad you're here. Hi, it's great to see you also, Nona. It's about balance, exactly. So I'm trying to balance things out. And I started to tell you, hi, Linda. I started to tell you that I had my second meal from Meals on Wheels today. And today I had the, always love seeing you. I had the teriyaki chicken with rice. I hated it. Hi, Donna. I absolutely hated it. I wish I could tell you different, but just no. And then I said to myself, okay, so maybe I was being unrealistic, thinking that I could do these 10 meals a week and then just have to fill in a little bit. I have a feeling that's not going to work. I have a feeling I'll be able to eat some of them, hopefully. I hope they're not horrible. The one thing I'm thoroughly enjoying, though, the bread is so good. It's just so good. Hi, Sheila. It just tastes like fresh bakery bread. So even though they're individually wrapped slices, so far, and I'm trying not to eat them too fast because I like it so much that I didn't want to use them up. So I've had one of the rye bread slices and one of the and one of the pumpernickel. I haven't had the whole wheat yet, but I have whole wheat bread all the time, so that's not going to be a thrill. So I've got 4 slices left. What is the qualification for it? I guess it may be different in different places. One of them was that it had to be difficult for you to shop and be able to get the food, and you have to have. I'm thinking that you have to have a limited income, which right now I do. I mean, right now, in essence, it's only been my Social Security, and that's, scary stuff. So it's funny, I was watching a video that came through my feed about some woman who lives on Social Security totally, and she was talking about the food that she buys and how by the end of the month she doesn't always have enough money for food. And I'm like, oh my God, that, it's scary, scary stuff. Hi, Kelly. Oh, thanks a lot. Considering the fact that you've got me a cappella tonight, I don't, yeah, it's definitely scary stuff. So it is what it is. All we can do is do the best that we can. And as I say, just keep on reinventing. I, I, I love the challenge of it. I wish I didn't have to do it, but I do like the challenge of it. Hi, Kay. Nice to see you here. So that was kind of it. And I'm doing as much reading as I can and as much studying on YouTube videos to find out how to do what I'm trying to do. I thought about that. I really thought about a housemate, but finding somebody and finding the right person could be a little bit of a scary process. Oh, thanks a lot. I appreciate that, Jen. Oh, yeah, there are all kinds of things that I'm thinking of, and I also keep praying that if I could just get a few deals done at work, it would take some of the pressure off, and it would give me just a little breathing room. But so far, that's not been working out for whatever reason. And I trust that God has a plan for me, so it's part of the plan. It may not be the plan that I had prepared for, but it is what it is, so it's okay. Just gonna do whatever it is that I can do to make it all better. And that's about it. I'm trying to think if there was anything new and exciting today. Kind of hard to be exciting when you're in the house trying to get things done. And as I say, all I did was what I was able to do in one room. You were cleaning out your closet? Aw. Oh, thanks a lot, Kay. Yeah, I actually have to be working. The funny thing is, I started to clean the kitchen upstairs, and my natural temptation always is to get into the cabinets and the drawers and get them done first. Because I've told you before, when I first got married, my mother-in-law was a wonderful housekeeper, wonderful cook. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I'm kind of liking it also because it's out of my way. Yes, absolutely she is. So, I am used to cleaning from the inside out. So today I looked in the cabinet under the sink and I wanted to rip everything out of it. Problem is I can't get to it because it's too low. So unless I have somebody there taking the stuff out, I can only be the orchestra leader at this point. I can't actually do what I need to do on that level because I can't get down that far. So I have to see what I can do, but I did do a little bit in the kitchen upstairs, nowhere near what I needed to do. But between trying to get things done online and trying to get things done in the house, and then kind of catching up with people a little bit during the day, it makes it hard because before I turn around, the day is over. It just goes so fast. I'm feeling better than I was. Thank God my stomach is better. It's feeling a lot better, but after that thing I ate today, oh, thanks, Denise. Um, yeah, and the subject was, yeah, I mean, I'm just, oh, yeah. I did get the Meals on Wheels, and I've had 2 of them so far. I just got a sharp pain in my leg. I had 2 of them so far, and the first one was delicious. The second one was terrible. I tried to eat it. I ate as much of it as I could. The chicken tasted wretched, and it was in that teriyaki sauce that was like, it was just not good. The string beans were chewy, stringy string beans, not good. I'm not big on frozen vegetables to begin with. So I think what I need to do, I have to see how it goes for a week or two to see how much of the food is actually edible for me, to see how much I actually have to buy to fill in. And I'm thinking if I'm smart, I should buy things like maybe turkey meatloaf. And I have a wonderful turkey meatloaf recipe that I love. So if I can make something like that, I can have it for 4 days. And I'm one of those crazy people. If I like something, I can eat it for 4 days in a row. It doesn't bother me. So it works for me. It's not a big issue. So I really should do that. I should probably get a piece of salmon because typically I can get 2 meals out of a piece of salmon. And if I make, if I make some of my own steamed vegetables, that's always good. It's something I can eat. I love real vegetables. I'm just not big on frozen stuff. She hated Meals on Wheels. Yeah. I mean, I'm hoping that it's going to be edible so that what I want to do is cut my budget for food for now until I can start having some money come in again because there's no way to make it work without the extra money. So I'm going to try to make it work, but we'll see. I went into the grocery store yesterday, the supermarket, and I didn't know what to buy because I had all this stuff from the Meals on Wheels, and I thought, okay, so I bought a big thing. I guess it's a gallon of water because I like to use the Poland Spring water for my Keurig whenever I can. And I bought 2 large bottles of ginger ale. Yeah, yeah. The Meals on it's like well, yesterday I enjoyed it, so I thought it was going to be a good thing, but today not so much. So it has that industrial kind of prepared, not real taste. We'll see. I love the bread. I'm excited about the bread. I really am. So I'm going to try to keep my bread purchases down for now if I can. It is, yeah. I mean, I can get something to eat for about $12. I can. But I'm going to be going alone because my friends go out to eat. For example, we go out on Thursdays, and Thursday is the meal is $16.99, which is really good because they have a special lunch price. But then you have your drink, and then we split it 3 ways. And with the tip, it comes out to $23. So it's still a lot of money. But if I'm not having to, because I thought I was going to have to totally give up my lunches, totally. But I was thinking maybe if the Meals on Wheels worked, that maybe I could go out to lunch once a week. But I don't even know if I can do that. So it's, I look forward to it almost more for just the camaraderie and just being able to feel like a normal person functioning in a normal world. No? I don't know, Sandy. Did anybody else get notified? Somebody said they got notified, I think. But yeah, so I have to figure it all out. It's just, it's evolutionary. So whatever is meant to be is what's going to be at this point. I would love to actually get somebody to share the house on a couple of levels. I would love to have somebody contribute. Oh, okay, I thought it was. And I also would love to have the company. That would be a nice thing at this point in time. Oh, good. I'm glad you were, sis. Sandy, you might want to take, I think you said you did take a chance and you made sure that the bell was, you know, that you had tapped the bell for the notifications, because sometimes YouTube just arbitrarily seems to take that stuff off. I have stopped being notified. Uh-huh. I have stopped being notified about a lot of people. Monica's video? No, what did she do? Oh, wait a minute. Are you talking about the video that she did? Are you talking about Monica McGillicuddy? And if you are, is it the one about the wig? I'm not sure, Ange. I don't know which one you're talking about. But hope this, wait. Oh, it is happening a lot. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I didn't see today's. I was too busy designing and then cleaning. So I really didn't get a chance to watch much of anything today except Sheila's. I watched yours. Son of a gun. Yeah, it's interesting the way YouTube works. They seem to kind of change things up every now and then. I think they want to keep us all on our toes. So, I don't know. Yes, yeah. The camaraderie is really very important. It's, you need to not feel isolated in the world. Yes, wasn't it wonderful? Yes, I thought it was absolutely terrific. And kudos to you, Sheila, with everything you have going on. Good grief. That is incredible. For anybody, if you missed it, she not only kept the 80 pounds off, but 95. Yay. So that's great. Yes, it really was super. I'm just so impressed. I really have been so sloppy about my diet lately. Although I guess when I had the stomach bug, that was a diet of its own. Yes. And Sheila, you can see it. I mean, your face just looks so much slimmed down. It really looks terrific. Hi, Kathy. Great to see you. So it's, yeah, I think it's, I just, you had to go to options. Yeah. One of these days I'm going to have to go in and try to redo a lot of my stuff too. But as I say, I just haven't had as much time. Yeah. I mean, the truth is, I can actually go out. Yeah. Oh, that's wonderful, sis. Good. Good for you. Susan's video was wonderful. I'm trying to remember what hers was about. I started to watch, but I didn't get to see the whole thing. Something interrupted me as I was watching it. I just, I don't recall. But I did want to get back to it, but I never had a chance to do it. Oh, yes, the DNA. Yeah, she gave that little bit of a teaser at the front, and then I watched about half of it, but I never saw the DNA results. So, yeah, I'm curious to see the rest of that. And I know she said it was shocking, so I don't know. Oh, is that what it is? She found out she has a half brother. Oh, wow. Oh, that's exciting. That's really very, very exciting. I hope that they will be able to engage. That would be very nice for her. I think it would make her feel good. But it's interesting, even did anybody see that documentary on the three triplets who were from her mom? Oh, wow. From her mom. Wow. Get out of here. He lives in Michigan? That's incredible. Did anybody see the documentary on the triplets who were raised separately? Oh, I definitely will watch it. I definitely will. The thing that I found stunning, he's in politics and wouldn't give his name. Oh, yeah, the video on the triplets, it broke my heart. It really did. Her mom had a baby at 18 that she gave up for adoption, and she never told her daughter? Wow. Yeah, that the triplet documentary, that these people at Louise Wise chose to play God in deciding to separate twins and triplets. Okay. Oh, she didn't give his name. It wasn't that he didn't give his name. Oh, okay. Sheila looks like Drew Barrymore. Um, it was sick. It really was sick. And who would take it upon himself? It's like all the experiments that they did in World War II. Just it makes me sick. And to take these kids who were banging their heads against the crib, um, because they knew they were missing something when they were adopted, and they suddenly found themselves all alone, and then to get together and to have the crises that came up, it was just really sad. And totally, I know they did, yes. And that's exactly, they were messed up because of it. And they were talking about other twins and other siblings that had been purposefully separated at birth or before adoption, and having the adoptive parents have no information, so that when the kids were screwed up, they had no frame of reference for it. Exactly. They were science experiments that never went anywhere. There was no, it wasn't published anywhere, nothing happened. Exactly. They treated those children like lab rats. And with what absolute gall. Yes, absolutely true. They had a right. It was bad enough that they were given up for adoption, but they had each other. Exactly why? There was no earthly, because to satisfy somebody's curiosity about what was more important, nature or nurture, or whatever crazy other thoughts that he took to his grave. It just it just was, I mean, this was done through this agency. This is, and it was a very highly thought of agency. Exactly. They certainly can be. To have an intellectual curiosity is one thing. I am with you 100%. I feel the same way. Animals are much better than humans very often. Oh, Advil does raise it. Yeah. 160 over 102, I've had that many, many times, Sandy. I have had it many times. I'm sure that there is an extra pill that you can take of your medications, and you just need to calm down. Don't get frantic. It will pass. Just don't make yourself crazy, because that's going to make it worse. It wasn't the government. It was. It was this agency that placed Jewish children for many, many years. I mean, they were very politically connected. They were just, oh, I don't know. I don't know. I can't answer that. Hello. I really can't answer that. All I can tell you is that it was despicable. Whatever the source of it, it was despicable to just, to play. Yeah, who knows? But you take somebody's life and you turn it upside down. I know. I know. That's another story. Absolutely disgusting. I know. Truly. It just doesn't make sense, but it just goes to show you that people don't. Before we were yours. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I remember that. I didn't read the book, but I remember reading about the book. Yes, absolutely. So, yeah, they did. They just stole babies in cases where there were wealthy or very well-known people who wanted to adopt children. It was what people do to people. It's horrible. When I think of the name Itchy, I think of the cat that we had that we called Itchy Bon. Reed Orphan Train. Yeah, it is. It is really sick, and it's nobody has the right. Nobody has the right. I mean, they're taking away this. Well, I guess there are two ways to look at it. Depends upon how you feel. Hi, Mary. Oh, are you? Oh, have a wonderful flight. Orphan children are at risk. But then again, so many children are at risk who are not orphaned. What is this? About a dog being stolen out of the car? Oh, God. You shouldn't leave your dogs in the car anyway. They're getting bad flooding rains. Swell. Oh, I cannot fathom the kind of thinking. I cannot fathom it. And why that suddenly took me to, what was it, Einstein who said it has nothing to do with that? They should have been prosecuted. There was, what was that saying? The thinking that got us into this mess is insufficient to get us out of it, something like that. I think that was supposed to be an Einstein quote. Exactly, the ones without voice. I know, I feel exactly the same way. I wouldn't be able to, I wouldn't be able to live with myself. And there was a woman who worked there for years, and she, it was like, well, that's just the way that it was. And she was making excuses for it at the end of the thing. But I mean, those boys, men, had their lives, so much of their lives destroyed. Two of them came out of it relatively okay. She was not, exactly, she was nonchalant about it. But even within the framework of their lives being sort of okay, there's that big hole in their lives because of the way that they were all torn apart. And then were torn apart again. And the one killing himself, it was awful. Oh, thank you so much. Um, the video was in my little den, and I will be doing many more videos in there. They had addictions, yeah. I'll do many more videos in there because the light is good in there. And I think that it's going to work for me if it is later in the day. So yeah, you can definitely look forward to other videos in there. I think it's hilarious though that on the left side of me, in back of me, there is an area rug rolled up standing there because it really is supposed to be on the floor there. But a table that has a glass top would have to be moved. The sofas would have to be moved so that the rug could get under the sofa, and it's just too much to do. Not a possibility for me. Yes, yeah, exactly. And again, I was going to wash the wigs today, but there was no way to do it. As I say, I mean, I cannot tell you how many hours went by while I was working on all that stuff. It just, I turn around and it's like 2 or 3 hours are gone. And I say, how did that happen? How did that happen? So, yeah, I really have to get myself back into some kind of, well, there is no such thing as normalcy at this point. Oh, you too, Mary. Take care. And again, have a wonderful flight. Um, the Einstein movie? Not sure. Oh, I put 3 layers on. It was so chilly. They say tomorrow is going to get a lot warmer. You saw it on an airplane. By the way, I'm totally going to change the subject for a minute, only because I'm sitting here feeling my bloody stubble. Biggest mistake I ever made was shaving my chin. Biggest mistake. I had very few hairs. I had hairs, but I didn't have a lot of them. And now I've got a 5 o'clock shadow. And I have to shave, not shave, I won't shave anymore. I have to pluck all the time, and it's so annoying. It really is so annoying, but I can't stand the feeling. Oh, oh, Mary, thanks so much. I'm showing 0 again, so somebody's going to have to tell me how many we have. Wow, we have a smaller group today. We've got 40, well, 44, 43, maybe Mary left. So, yeah. But I think once again, my God, it's just, there are 12. Okay. Yeah, I think we just lost a few. We're down to 41. Yeah, I see the number of people. I just don't see any of the thumbs up. It's no longer showing on my phone for some reason that is totally beyond me. Is Melissa here? You started shaving your face? Oh, yeah. Yes, that's why. And it's really bad. So stop it. It's just not worth it. I started to do it back when I did. And I'm perfectly fine with shaving this part because, aw, thanks. because this is the soft hair and it doesn't grow back like a mustache. I will never do the hair right here again. That's bad. And I will and I will not do the hair down here. And I had the tiniest little blondish patch here that never bothered me, never showed up. I don't think anybody ever noticed it. And I started shaving it. It was bad. Now I have to shave it all the time. Really? Oh, lucky you. Lucky you. Yeah, I know. That's funny. That's really funny. Yeah. I had told my girlfriend Mary years ago, I said if anything happened to me, she needed to do two things for me. She needed to run into my house and get it all cleaned up, and she needed to make sure I had makeup on. Shaving is good because it exfoliates. In my world, shaving is not a good thing. Yes. I mean, but they, I tweeze 6 or 7, and the next day 6 or 7 pop up somewhere else. I feel like I'm growing. What was that thing? Was that a chia pet that kept growing and growing? I feel like I'm growing a chia pet here. One long dark one. I actually wound up with a very hugely long white one. Yes, exactly. I had been told that too, and then people said it was a myth, didn't make any difference, and I really would not have had much of a mustache, and I've told this story before, if it hadn't been for my cousin Tina, who was older than I was, and Tina had used Nair on me when we were kids. She wanted to see how Nair worked, but she didn't want to try it on herself. So she tried it on me, and ever since then, I had a mustache. So I eventually did that. I don't mind shaving the mustache. I don't have to shave it that often. It doesn't, I should keep my mouth shut. I should really go poo 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 instead of saying it out loud, because the next thing you know, I'm going to look like Groucho Marx. So, yeah, but these are absolutely disgusting. I cannot stand them. I can feel it. Can you imagine if you, well, for those of us who are single, if you go out on a date and the guy grabs your face and he gets a handful, a handful of hair? I mean, how lovely would that be? The white ones are thick. Oh, the lasers don't work on that? Yeah. I had wanted to get that little, what is that little, hair no more? Oh, I don't know. All I know is that I regret the day that I started it. I really do. And I am done with it. I am perfectly fine. He might, exactly. He would probably think that I was either a transvestite or transgender. I am perfectly fine shaving the hair in here because it is soft. So I can't get close to my eyebrows, but I can do the little hair in there, so that keeps it kind of clean. And when I was tweezing the hair in between my eyebrows, I always sneezed. So it's controlled that some, because that was annoying. Every single time I tweezed between my eyes, I sneezed. Yeah, I mean, wouldn't that be cute? That is so funny. Oh, I heard from another guy on the site, and I, what he wrote, it was like, I said to myself, this is not real. There is no way, because he was like, he was saying everything that was perfect that a woman would look for, and I thought, yeah, right, absolutely. So I didn't even get back to him. Yeah, I wouldn't want it in my ears, and I certainly don't want it hanging down from my nose. I've seen people have the nose hair hanging down some also. So, yeah. Yeah, I look at this whole space in my hair. It's not good. It's not falling out the way it was, though, for a while, so that's better. Or other places, exactly. What was that? Used to get bitch slapped by one girl. What happened? We do usually have at least a moment of hilarity. Yes, they do. And when you sit there talking to a man who's got hair dripping down his nose, it makes me very uncomfortable. It really does. I want to yank it out. But then again, I could yank his out, he could yank mine out. Oh, wouldn't that be fun? Ah, yes. Lovely. Oh, my hands are getting dry again. Oh, really? Wow. Oh, 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 oh. That is not a pleasant thought. No, I cannot relate to that. Yeah, that is definitely not something I can deal with. Yes, I agree with you, Myra. Ooh, there was a kid. Oh, I shouldn't. Well, too late. There was a kid in elementary school who literally used to sit there and pick his nose and put it in its mouth, chew on it. You know, something I could throw up today just at the thought of that. Yuck, yuck. Ugh, inconceivable. Ugh. PMG? PMG. It was, yeah, it was disgusting. I would, I would not, unless it was somebody that I knew very well, but I'd walk away. Oh, 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 gotcha. Oh, okay. I kept trying to figure out what PMG meant. I know PMS, but PMG just didn't do it for me. Aw, I don't, I don't know what the story was with that, but I can still see his face in front of me when I close my eyes. Aw, you would tell him? I would not tell a stranger, but I would tell a friend. Have you seen Susie? Ha, uh-huh. Oh, all of a sudden I got tired again. Wow, you would think that I was really working or really doing something. I think the swelling on my leg is down. Again, I could be delusional. You know what it is? I think it's still more swollen in the calf part of it. What happened? Did Sandy say something that I missed? Oh my God. Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah. Anyway, to get back to, Your husband did or the other pilot did? Oh, yeah. No, I don't think I could keep standing there. Yeah, I just wow. Yeah, not a pretty sight. Yeah, there are certain things that are better left unviewed, unseen. You can sort of never unsee something like that. Oh, for heaven's sakes. Yeah, you would think he might have taken the hint. Oh, I started to tell you, I think my leg is not as swollen as it was. And I think it's the thigh portion where the swelling is slowly coming down. And it's really funny because the nurse that my brother had spoken to, who was that county nurse who apparently oversaw all the others, she had said that it would take a long time for it to come down. So I'm really pleased with whatever is happening. Yeah, I found that I could actually bend over. I can't really do it a lot or too often, but I was using the grabber all the time with the dog dishes, and I can occasionally bend over now if I have to put down a bowl with water or whatever without being in as much pain, so that's good. I also, no, the surgery was July, so August, September, October, November, December, January, it's only 6 months. So, yeah, it's hard to believe. It's really hard to believe. 6 months seems like a long time. It seems like it's 8 months? It was July 13th, August, September, October, November, December, January. Oh, yeah, it'll be 7 months on February 13th. So, yeah, it just, it seemed to take forever until it suddenly sped by, if that makes any sense at all. Yeah, it's, I mean, it's funny. I came across some of my videos before I went into the hospital. I came across the one, I guess somebody had made a comment on one of the ones right before I went in. I started to watch it for a little bit. I couldn't watch it. Um, no, I didn't get any of those things. I really have. I really have. I didn't get any of those things. First of all, I wouldn't know exactly what to get. And number two, if I can't get it, forgive me, if I can't get it up, then what good is it? Because I can't get my stockings up half the time without a great deal of difficulty. So to try to do it with a compression stocking, I don't know how I'm going to do it. I know. I, I know. But how do I do it? I mean, I would have to have somebody dress me and undress me every day. I can't do that. So I don't know how that's going to work. I really don't know how it's going to work. I wish they had precious stockings. Maybe I should invent something, because I just had a thought. So maybe there is a way around that for people who don't have the mobility to reach the area have to give it some thought. I really do. You know, they say that, uh, what's the mother? Necessity is the mother of invention. Oh, I love that. Oh, I absolutely love that. Is the best line of the night. That really is. Oh my God, I love that line. That is so funny. Son of a gun. Yeah, it's, I don't know. I just don't know. Wasn't that a great line? I should write all this stuff down. This is just too good to pass by. I can't wait to use it on somebody for something. Oh, is it? Oh, that is hilarious. Oh, you lost your connection? Aw, but I see you back. Do I have shipping supplies? I really don't. The Poshmark store, I really, you know, I've got so much that I could really sell in there. I really do. But what I'm doing, John Candy. Oh yeah, I loved watching John Candy too. Yeah. Oh good, I'm glad you're back. Um, I don't, I don't, I don't think I had a name for my Poshmark store. I didn't get that done. But the store that I'm setting up now is for designs that I'm creating that have to do with my channel and things that I thought people would get a kick out of. Hi, Melissa. Happy to see you. I saw that a message came through, but of course I'm on here, so I couldn't check it out. So I'll check it out after. My hand is killing me. I got, I don't know if it's a paper cut or it just split from the weather, but my finger split and it hurts a lot. It really is. I hate those things that happen in the wintertime. It's so annoying. And I have to remember to use the cream all the time. You first put on knee highs. Oh, oh, maybe that's, but then again, I don't know how. You can't pull them up. That's just put Vaseline on it. The, yeah, I mean, I don't know how I could do it. I just, as I say, I find it so hard to get down to get my stocking on my right foot put on. What I'm selling, what I'm going to be selling, I will. Yeah, I actually have something set up on Poshmark, but I haven't done anything yet. I mean, I've got a lot of clothes that I really could sell. I've got so much stuff that I really want to divest myself of anyway. And I've got some vintage clothes that still have the tags on them. I have a beautiful silk dress that I have the tag hanging from that would never fit me anymore. So there's a lot of stuff. There is a lot of stuff. I really should do it because that probably, wait a minute, with Poshmark, did they arrange for the shipping stuff? I forgot how it works. She does auctions. Um, auctions right. Oh, stop. Auctions right on here? How does she do that? How about eBay? I don't know, but I'm gonna do a store where I'll do the sweatshirts, t-shirts, mugs, phone cases. I'm gonna do leggings too, all kinds of stuff like that. So, oh, hi, it's nice to see you. Um, all of that with all the designs that I've created. So it will be the unique stuff that I think is going to be fun. What I need to do, I'm getting the store set up right now. Really? I never heard of that. If you can let me know what it is, I'd love to look at it. So I can't find a consignment place anymore. It's not the same. Shopify. Yeah, Shopify is one of them. They have Shopify. They have Teespring. Oh, oh, Shopify does it? But Shopify, you have to pay Shopify. I think the minimum on Shopify is like $29 a month. They have an aid that will help get the foot in the stocking, but it's getting it all the way up that's going to be the hard part. How do you set up the store? Right now, what I'm doing is I'm setting up a store on Teespring, and I have a number of different designs in there so far, and it will be on all the different items so that people can take a look at them and see if any of them appeal to them. So again, as I say, there are a number of different items that I did. It was free when you used it. Yeah, no, I think it's $29 a month is the minimum. They also have a store on Google Craigslist. Thank you so much. To you as well. There is merch, Amazon merch or something, but it's hard from what I understand. It's hard to get on that, and they have very specific, yes, exactly. It's where you have the design printed on stuff. And I put a couple of my designs on, and I really like, as soon as I have it set up, I'll let you know, Kelly. It's not, it's sort of a little bit there. Texas Gal Treasures. It has videos on it. Yeah, no, I don't want people coming to my home. No, no, no. The thing that I like about these stores is the setup is that people order and they do the fulfillment so that I don't have to deal with going to the post office and doing all of that. And yeah, I don't know, I don't think I can show you the designs on the thing. Cafe Press. Yeah, I mean, I looked at a number of them, and I want it to be the best quality. I don't want Offer Up. Is Offer Up like, what's that other thing? Where you get rid of stuff. I cannot think of the name. I had put, let me see if I can show you. Oh, come on. What? This is crazy. Yeah, I had put this one on a shirt to see what it would look like, and it really looked adorable. It did. For furniture to refinish, oh, that would be fun. Put it in the bin. I don't know what that is. But this came out looking really adorable on this stuff. I actually even put this on a pair of leggings, and I want to get it. It's not, I'm not having people come to my house. I am absolutely not doing that. So what I'm doing is I am going to be putting out a lot of different designs because I want to give people a lot of options so that they can choose what appeals to them. Okay, so this is another one. You know, I want, and then if, you know, if you want to go with a more kind of a glam look or something, I'm also doing totes. So I figured it would be all the different items that people might be interested in so that, yeah, I think it's really gonna be kind of nice. I can really see this one on a mug looking really terrific. So, there are lots of different things that I'm working on. And then for the people who like very, very simple, there is this. So again, I'm starting out with going with the brand, and I'm going to branch out, and certainly the owl stuff. And I love the owl stuff. I've already done that. I had done a second style, but I don't like it anywhere near as much as the first one. Uh-huh. This is the other design that I had done for the golden owls. There is another problem with putting stuff on garments, and that is what works on one color garment does not necessarily work on another, because the colors in your design have to work with dark colors and light colors and all of that, and it's a little bit problematic. I think they're going to be good, sis. I really do. I won't, I'm a perfectionist. I won't do it until it feels right. I won't. Yeah, I think that's really great, isn't it? I want it to be of really good quality because things that I have read, I know I was actually planning on doing, I have to tell you, I did one design and I just had a screenshot of it. I don't know if I have the screenshot on here. I may not, but it just gave me a kick. I did one for the men, and it again, it said growing older with style, and it had a side view of a guy with a hat and his profile, and he had a cigarette coming out of his mouth, which is why I didn't do it. But he reminded me of Churchill, and it said the same thing. It said, I'm growing older with style. I don't remember, and I had some kind of a tagline on it. So yes, I intend to have things for men as well. And yeah, and I want to branch out from there to do other things, but I'm wanting to make sure that I'm doing it right. I just want to have the man in a recliner, a man with with a joint. So, I again, it's very time consuming. My biggest issue is the print. I know, and I thought the same thing, and I actually was considering putting it on or in a Jaguar, exactly. I actually was going to have one of a Jaguar or of, some live animal that I thought would look great. Exactly. Of course, one has to be really careful with what one uses because of copyright. So being mindful of all of that, it has to be stuff that is done the right way. I'm taking a crash course in the way that I'm doing this. So hi, Peggy. So I'm doing the best I can. I think the store should be open probably in a few days. I think I'll have enough of it up there to do. I wanted to get something made up for myself first to test it out to make sure that the quality is good enough, because I don't want anybody getting it and then not being happy. That's very hard, Melissa. That's a full-time job, and I'm working on things and I'm creating things and I'm, kind of mixing and matching things. It's a lot of work. I've invested many, 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 many hours on it, trying to do it right. So or if somebody copies, I know, you know, and it's funny because once you have something that you have put out that is unique, it is by virtue of you having put it out there automatically copyrighted. People don't know that, but you know, the rights for invention sort of. I know, and you can, well, copyright, as I say, the minute you have something out in print on the air, intellectual property, and I know a great deal about this because people used to copy me all the time with things that I would write and I would put out on the internet. And the DCMA is very, the Chinese will get it exactly. I mean, look, I'm not that important, so that I think I will be beneath people's radar screen for a while. Hopefully, if it gets to be any kind of successful at all, which it may not, but if it does, then I'll have to worry about it. At this point, I need to just get something started because I don't want to be eating Meals on Wheels forever. They snag it all from the net, exactly. And it's illegal to do it. But then again, look at all the illegal designer bags and everything else where people just copy and they just don't care. And it's really bad. Yeah, it's hard to protect a lot of this stuff in any meaningful way. As I say, if you look at very successful designers, they will be copied. They will be, you know, there are the people who come in and try to rip off the idea. And, you know, or they'll have it made in China, so they'll have it made cheaper so that they can do it cheaper. It's not, it's just not, nothing's easy. Nothing that you do is easy. You know, it's kind of like, well, I mean, I don't want to get into anything about any controversial subjects, but oh, it's definitely going to be made here. Oh, this is definitely made here. Yeah. Oh, this is. Yes, I know. I've seen that too, Myra. There were a couple of people, and I don't understand why they would put a video out. And look, yeah, I mean, right now, see, I have to do it just. Wait a minute. Copy she bought. It'll definitely be made in the USA. Yeah, why did you think not for you after watching the videos? I mean, the truth is that it's an awful lot of work. There is not a huge amount of compensation for it because you're doing print on demand. The good thing about print on demand is that you don't have to lay out a lot of money for inventory. When you lay out a lot of money for inventory, you can be stuck with inventory that doesn't sell. So you can't do that in a position like the one that I'm in. I have to start small and see where I can go with this and see what I can come up with. I am by nature relatively inventive. Yes. Yeah, that's true. That's absolutely true. There's no question. Yeah, exactly. When you're left with inventory, it's deadly. And I mean, I have watched some of the shows where they show they have $700,000 in inventory. They've got massive amounts of product in inventory that they can't unload, and it kills them because it keeps them from buying what they need to buy to then move the business to the next level. So, yeah, but I'm not in that kind of position. I need to do it this way. I really should concurrently set up my Poshmark store. Yes, and that's a wonderful idea. And Lord knows I have loads of stuff to get rid of that is new. Um, well, like some of it's like new, but a lot of it's new. The Poshmark thing, I thought don't they? I don't remember if they take care of sending it. You send it to them. I forgot how it works because it was a long time ago that I signed up. But then I got sick and everything else took a back seat at that point. But one thing at a time. I'll do this and I'll get this up and running. My biggest concern with this is the printing of the, yeah, I know, I know, but you know what, when you are in a position of being frightened about where your next dollar is coming from, it's a hard time to, hi, it's great to see you. It's a hard time to, I feel fragmented. I have some really beautiful clothes, Kelly. I do. And I have and I also have some vintage clothes that are not obviously new that I think would definitely sell. Yeah, it's just, I feel like it's a full-time job, which would be fine if I had money coming in to survive in the meanwhile. You know what I mean? It's like there's pressure coming in from everywhere, and it's a hard time to big market for vintage. Hang the clothes on a blank door and take multiple photos and start posting it just on Poshmark. Yeah, I've got some nice vintage clothes. Um, yeah, I just have a load of stuff. I also have a load of stuff that I bought from Chico's and meant to return but never returned it on time. So I've got all that stuff with the tag still hanging on it. Killed two birds with one stone. Yeah, I don't know how complicated it's going to be. If I try to do the Poshmark store at the same time, how complicated is it going to be to eBay? eBay scares me. There's a lot on eBay, and then I just don't love eBay. I don't know. I used to buy a lot on eBay a long time ago. I really haven't for a long time. But I don't know. I have to figure it all out. I just do, and I'm trying very hard to stay as level-headed as I can, but it's not easy. It's hard to dealing with the shipping. I know you have to be on the ball with any platform and get the item in the mail the next day. They'll ding you if you're not focused on your business. Yeah, I know. Oh, eBay is your first choice. Yeah, I'm not sure how my stuff would sell on eBay. And then again, does it sell really cheap on eBay? Because I think doesn't Poshmark get sort of a decent price for things? Because I had bought some rather expensive things back in the day that I'd like to at least get something decent for. I don't know. They do well with vintage? I guess I should really take a look at it and see. Yeah. If I could only, if I can only get a house sold in the meanwhile, to know that there's something coming in that would carry me for a while so I wouldn't feel the time pressure as much as I do. Yeah. Marketplace? Is that what it's called? Etsy is good. Yeah, I know. Etsy, I know somebody who's been using Etsy for years. I already have that, Denise. Long time. That's not, yeah, yeah, that, yeah. Believe me, I have considered everything. I really have. I just didn't factor in where I am, health-wise. Didn't factor it into anything. I was way too complacent because I used to do well. So, and it's not that I didn't think of it, but I thought of it in terms of other people. I just was relatively healthy, right? A lot of people do plan for the future, though. My younger brother is unbelievable. But he's been a planner since he was a kid, and he is totally, totally ready. Um, it is what it is. Yeah, Peggy. I am well aware of the entire thing. I mean, that's part of my business, but I had absolutely no choice. So it is what it is. What have you done with furniture, Ange? What did I miss? Oh, is that the marketplace? The thing is, I have, this is so embarrassing. I have a bathroom sink in my kitchen upstairs because I was going to redo the bathroom upstairs. Now, I have this sink for years. I never quite got around to doing the bathroom upstairs. So the sink sits there. I would love to sell it. But well, of course, now while I was in the hospital, apparently there must have been some bananas left, and I guess they oozed out of the thing, and it was a granite top, and it sort of destroyed the granite. Or is it marble? I think it might be marble. Um, yeah, so I want to get rid of that, but somebody has to come to my house to get it. So I've had people say to me, just put it out. I can't afford to just put it out. I need to get something for it. It was a beautiful piece of furniture. And for somebody who wants to redo a bathroom, they can have a lovely piece of furniture with a sink top. It comes with the sink and the faucet and the whole thing. So, um, yeah, I've done a lot of really stupid things. Oh, that's in the UK. Yeah. Yeah. There are so many things. And I have no doubt I probably, well, let me see if I can get the two things up and going at the same time and see what I can accomplish. But as I say, in terms of the stuff that I'm putting in this store, my biggest concern is the print. Not the print of the design, the print of the wording, because the software that I'm using, I don't know. They do have a marketplace here. I don't know. I have to figure it all out. I feel inundated. I really do. Yeah, actually, yeah, we have a smaller group tonight than we often do too. Aw, thank you. Thank you so much. So yeah, I'll get it all worked out somehow. Facebook Marketplace. Actually, Facebook has a number of groups here, local groups where people sell things. I know. That's it. I've got to get something off the ground. And I think the store is something, now that I've done a number of designs. It sounds perfect. It really sounds perfect. Um, yeah, I need to just get started with something. I cannot procrastinate. I just have to have it begun. The big game is almost here. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna work on it. I'm gonna do the best I can. It's all that I can do. As I started to say, my biggest concern about the stuff that I'm having printed is the print of the lettering, because the software that I'm using, it's a company I've worked with for many years, but it's different now. You can call. I love it. I absolutely love it. That's great. Yeah, I mean, there are so many ways to branch out on this, by the way, and coincidentally. So that would be, it's kind of a fun project. Somehow, in the end, it's all going to work out. I trust that there is a plan. So we'll see how it works out. I think on that note, I'm going to get ready to close this down, because if I can get even a tiny little bit more done tonight and get myself a little bit closer. On Instagram, I can see your dog. Do I? I don't know if I'm connected to you on Instagram, Ange. I'm not sure. A New York accent auctioneer. Let me tell you something. I worked at Sotheby's, and the auctioneer, it absolutely blows my mind listening to a real auctioneer. I don't know how they can talk so fast. I really don't. It's absolutely incredible. When I was there in the early days, they had a major auction. Okay. They had a major auction. It was the Andre Meyer collection, and he was a philanthropist, and he had a huge collection of artwork and just magnificent pieces. And during that auction, that was when I think a Van Gogh had sold. Yes, I know he has me covered. I know that. I believe it. I really believe that. It's just, yeah. Yep. So they had an auction on one of the paintings. It might have been the Van Gogh, it might have been a Renoir. I don't remember. But the price had gotten up at that point, and back in the day, this was back in the early 80s, it was up to $1,100,000. And they had 3 rooms that they hate. It was such a major auction. In addition to having people on the phone with buyers from all over the world, they had 3 rooms set up where people were sitting and watching on, well, 2 rooms they were watching on the screens, and 1 room, John Marion, who was the auctioneer at the time, was, it is, was holding the auction. So it got up to $1,000,001, and then all of a sudden, a bid comes in from one of the other rooms at $1,050,000. And John Marion, without missing a beat, said, "That must be the new math." It was working backward. So it was really funny. Just a thought. Okay. Good night, Ange. Good night, everybody. It's been really lovely to spend the time with you again tonight. Pink shirts. All right. Take care, everybody. I love you, and I'll see you tomorrow, many of you. Take care. Bye-bye. By the way, do we know if Sandy's okay? Because did she get off to have her pressure come down? Just want to make sure she's okay. All right. Take care.